Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Fran, I'm from Venezuela, and today we're going to be watching a video called Visit London, 10 things that will shock you about London. So I'm guessing we're going to be shocked, we're going to be surprised. Let's check it out because I'm super curious to find out. And comment, like, subscribe, and start.
Hey there fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in London, and what we have for you today are the 10 things that are going to shock you when you do come to London, because this is one of the most visited cities in the world for good reason. And the first thing that's going to shock you when you're here is the sticker shock. London is expensive. What? Hotels, accommodation, going out to eat, the non-free museums, they're all really pricey. And the exchange rate usually doesn't go in your favor if you're from the US or Europe and things like that. So that's the first thing that's going to shock you is, oh my God, this is an expensive place to go.
So maybe save a lot of money for going to London.
The second thing that's going to shock you is, well, how can I say this? It's probably the thing that's going to induce your heart attack shock when you are here, and that's the fact that they drive on the left side of the road. So you need to look right and then left and then right, because you're coming from Germany and the US. You look
you always have to look both sides. No, actually, you should look both sides.
And I can't tell you how many tourists I've seen looking the wrong way.
They're like crashing into crowds.
And then a cab driver's like, oh my God. I mean, I saw 3 people yesterday almost die because they were looking the wrong way. So that's the second thing that'll shock you.
Look both sides.
Cars going the other way,
actually,
heart attack inducing. Oh my God, I almost got killed there. The third thing that's going to shock you when you come to London is how international this city is. I mean, I know we're in England, but you don't really feel like it all the time. Well, yes, you do when you got, the Buckingham Palace over here.
Of course, because there's like a lot of
Square, Piccadilly Circus. But the city truly is international. Probably the most international city in the world. You're going to have your high tea, at 4 o'clock with crumpets and scones and all those things. It'll be served to you by an Italian waitress, or you're going to go to the pub, right? The quintessential England, London experience is going to eat at a pub.
I still want to go to a pub.
Well, that person pouring that pint might be from Poland. And the city is so international, so it's got great food from around the world. People from all over come here.
Yeah, I think
so
you can find
cool. But it is shocking how not super English it is when you are here. But there are still some cool English stuff, like seeing the change into the guard and stuff like that. Now, the fourth shock we have on there is kind of help you with the sticker shop side of things, and that is how many great free things there are to do in London.
Great news.
But the best museum, the British Museum, where you can see artifacts from Greece and sarcophagi from the pharaohs in Egypt and all kinds of things like that. It's free to go in. The Tate Modern. You can go see the V&A, where they have copies of great masterpieces and artwork from around the world. I mean, there's so many great free things to do. Just standing outside and taking in the historic buildings.
Or just going for a walk.
I'm on a movie set. I saw this in a movie. You have that feeling when you're here, and that's what's really cool. And they have all kinds of great free things. So don't get suckered into going to some of the pay stuff. Some of the pay stuff is worth it. For example, going to Westminster Abbey, that is well worth the price of entrance. Other ones like Madame Tussauds, I don't know if it's really worth 25, 30 pounds, so be careful with that. The fifth thing is going to shock you is, look, it's sunny today. We actually have nice weather in London. Look, it doesn't rain every day here. I know I like to joke about the bad weather in London and the bad weather in England, but I'll be honest, you can have great days like this where it is sunny and the people go out to the pubs and all kinds of stuff and really make the city come alive. So if you are here, believe me, the weather may shock you that you can get a great sunny day like this. However, probably the real shock is it does rain a lot when you are here, so make sure you bring a jacket.
Shocking. I'm expecting
believe me, I know I have a jacket in my bag just in case this beautiful day ends, and we have a little London shower come through. So we've gotten away from the clouds and the really nice sunny weather and warm weather, and now it's getting a little bit chilly. I need to have my jacket. So let's finish off number 6 through 10 of the 10 things that are going to shock you when you come to London. So the 6th thing that might shock you when you come here is how much people do drink here. Men, women, not children, but it's just like how many pubs there are out there throughout London, how many bars and restaurants and nightclubs and stuff like that, and how much people really love to have a pint. If you're going down, you see the people leaving Canary Wharf from work and they're doing pub crawls on a Thursday. You see them pub after pub after pub. It's amazing how much people do drink here in London, and they drink a lot, whether it's a pint of stout or an ale or a Peroni, which seems to be popular now, or a gin and tonic if you're in White Castle or whatever. There is drinking going all over the place, and that does kind of shock travelers because they're like, the English are so buttoned up and refined, and they're sitting there having a pint like all the time. But that is one of the quintessential things of coming to London, is going to the pub and having a pint, having to get the ale where they crank it out for you. And I mean, people, if you watch my videos before, I haven't always been the biggest fans of the ales, but on this trip I've made it a point only to drink ales while I've been here, and they're starting to grow on me. And you'll see that is part of coming here. But it'll shock you is how much people do drink here. Which leads into the 7th thing that might shock you is the pub's last call is at 11. They're drinking a lot. They start early in the day.
Okay, but that's really early.
Pubs close at 11. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, think about it. If you're coming from Spain or Portugal on your trip, at 11 o'clock, people are starting to think about maybe getting ready to go out.
Everything's starting back then.
Pubs are closed. You got to find another, nightclub or something like that to go to. So it does kind of shock people when they're like, wait, it's 11. The pubs are closing? What's going on here? So do realize that the pubs do close at 11. So get your drink in earlier,
when do they go out?
So that might be shocking for tourists that are coming here for a good pub time, good time, all right? Now, the main thing that shocks tourists when they come here is how good the tourist infrastructure is here. I mean, the English are extremely well organized, and here in London, it's different. And what's cool is that means there's tons of hotels, there's tons of restaurants, there's tons of nightclubs and bars and theaters you can go to, operas and all kinds of really cool things you can see. You can see famous actors work on a play on the West End, and you could do all this really cool stuff here. But also, if you're a tourist, you can do this on your own with all the information that's out there. The tube is easy to use. You can go get your Oyster card and top it up and do that. Make sure you tap in and tap out. I mean, it gets expensive, but the thing is, you can really get around, and the cops will help you, and the people will help you, and it is a really cool thing. So if you do get lost, ask the shopkeeper, hey, which way should I go? They will do a good job. But that tourist infrastructure here, man, that organization that the English have, plus with all the tourists here, they really kind of put it together well. And what's funny is you see the Londoners here, and it's almost like, I mean, they know that there's lots of tourists here, but they just kind of go on with their lives. And they don't, sometimes it doesn't seem like they interact with the tourists or notice them there. It's just part of their normal day stuff. And it is kind of cool. But man, the tourist infrastructure here, shockingly how good it is. You'll be fine. That's why I tell people,
because it's good.
Looking for a first trip to Europe, England and London's are really easy to do because they have it all set up for you. So that is kind of shocking how well it is done. Now, the 9th thing that might shock you when you come here is how big this city is. Look, you are going to use the tube to go to all these different places around the city. But when you look at how big London is, what you need to realize, there's different neighborhoods and all kinds of different stuff all over. Last night we went out on the east, on the East End, and we went, saw a show the night before in the West End. Maybe go to Greenwich and go do something. Soho, Notting Hill,
how long,
Chinatown.
How long does it take you to go from one place to another?
That people think, oh, well, London must be kind of a historic center. I see the City of London, I go see the Tower of London,
I'm guessing it's huge.
No, go explore when you're here. See the other districts around town, because you can find fantastic restaurants, different nightlife, different cultures, different people in each of these kind of districts. And it is a really cool thing, because then you really see, remember that internationalism, the really melting pot of London? You can really see that when you go and explore the different neighborhoods. So, and the 10th thing that'll probably shock you when you come here to London is the cops don't have any guns. Or if they do have guns, they have like big machine guns. I know in the U.S. our cops always have a firearm on the side.
Oh yeah,
but here the bobbies, the cops here, they don't. They have their walkie-talkie and some other things. And the thing is, they're really super friendly and helpful. So if you're not sure where to go, the cops, again, that service and that tourist infrastructure and the manners and all those kind of things that you have here in England, they come out and the cops are very helpful. Oh, you need to go this way, sir. Go that way, sir. They are fantastic, but not having the gun is kind of shocking sometimes for tourists. But then when they see the guys with the big machine guns, they're like, oh, wow. So when they do have them, they really do have them. So that can be shocking actually. Anyway, those are just 10 little things that might shock a tourist when they come here to London. It's a fantastic time. I've been here many times. I highly recommend it. The British Museum is one of my favorite museums in the world, and it's free. So go enjoy that. If you want to learn more, 5 things you're going to love and hate about coming here, what you should eat when you're in England, maybe an itinerary through Europe, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We really appreciate your likes and subscriptions, and we hope you have a great time here in London, but I won't be shocked if you do, because it is a fun place. Anyway, bye from London.
Yeah, I love this. I think there were a lot of things. I've never been to London, but I think one thing that absolutely shocked me was the pub things, because I know, like he said, there's like a lot of pub culture and people are very into drinking. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't know, I'm guessing like maybe not everyone like drinks a lot. Maybe it's just a culture of like going to a bar or a pub and like, I don't know, socializing, being with your friends, being with family, I don't know. But maybe you're not like wasted, like super drunk every single night. Maybe you're just like, it's the thing about like going out, but maybe you're not wasted every night. You know, maybe you just have a beer or something like that, and you're not gonna be like, yeah, like give me 10 beers, or I don't know, 20 cocktails or whatever. But it did shock me that they close at 11 because that's so early. I think, I mean, if I were to go out, I would be like, wait a minute, like, what do you mean we only have like 2 hours left? Like, it's the pub closed? Like, what? Or maybe you're like doing like a pub crawl. 11 is so early, so you're like, we're not gonna have time. Like, oh, I only visited like one, and I guess I have to go home. So it's weird, but maybe it's because people who do drink a lot. He mentioned that there's because they do it like every day, but I think it's because maybe they get off work early, I'm guessing, and maybe I don't know, they go out. I'd be interested to know like when like it's like the office hours, and if maybe you're done by 5 p.m. and maybe that's why, well, it gives you some time to like go home, change, I don't know, take a shower and meet somewhere, and maybe you start the pub crawl at like 6 or 7. So, you know, it gives you like 4 or 5 hours to like drink. But I think it's still a little early, I think. But I don't know if maybe like actual like nightclubs, maybe the thing is different, and maybe they close you know, further along in the night, and they just, you know, they don't close at 11, because that would like, if this was shocking, like if nightclubs close at 11, that would like triple shocked me. That would be insane. But also a good thing was that it's expensive, yes, but there's a lot of free things to do, and that's a that's good news. I think especially because if you're you know, if you're constantly hearing like, oh, like this city is very expensive, maybe you're gonna be maybe I can't really visit because my budget is not that big. But the fact that he's like, no, actually, like, there's a lot of free things you can do, so don't get discouraged and think like, oh, no, I'm not gonna have any money, I can't really visit London. It's like, no, you can. You're gonna maybe like save, you know, save the budget for like the 2 big things that he said, like Westminster Abbey, and I can't really remember the other one. But like save for, I don't know, 2 or 3 things that are, you know, you have to go. It's imperative that you go there. Yeah, sure. But the other things are just gonna be like, it's free, right? And it's just like walking around, you know, just, and it's a beautiful town, well, city. So there's like a lot of things. So if just like walking around, like you're gonna find things of interest. And also it's very, I'm guessing there's because there's so many like neighborhoods, and it has like so many areas, like he mentioned, that is so big. I'm guessing each and every single one of those places, it has like very distinctive things, and it's quite different. Like each neighborhood is very different from the other one. So, you know, I'm guessing that it's gonna take you like, you're gonna be there for like a month, and you're still gonna have like, oh, I didn't like visit like this and this and this and that. Because, you know, each neighborhood has its own like little things that it's impossible to like know them all in just one trip, right? But that's a good thing because you can always go back. So I really love this video, and I felt like I learned a lot, and hopefully you did as well. And I'll see you soon. Bye.